Hello, hello. Gonna give some people some time to join. Drop a comment and let me know where you're watching from. Anyone from the East Coast, West Coast, as we get started. And thank y'all for coming on a Sunday. I really appreciate that because I know weekends are a lot. So I'm just glad that y'all are here, to be honest, and it's really good to have some FaceTime with members. Okay, we got Georgia. Thank you for being here, Shalonda. Really appreciate it. Um, how long have y'all been with Mindright? I'm really curious about that. Hello, Deanna. I'm not sure if it's Deanna or Deanna. I hate getting people's names wrong, but just give me some grace if I didn't pronounce it correctly. Um, so I wanted to have this live because I don't know if some of y'all may have just started Mindright. Maybe you've been with Mindright for years, but I've pretty much, as founder, been behind the scenes. And when I step back and look, we've built such a thriving, like rich community of literally thousands of people, like 90% Black women who are just trying to heal and prioritize themselves and become the best versions of themselves. And I want y'all to know me and I want to know y'all. So maybe taking a step back. My name is, again, Ashley. I'm the founder, CEO, and head coach of Mindride. And I see some more people popping through. Hi, Jamila. Um, Oh, a few weeks? Okay. You are welcome. Some people say a few weeks at Mindright feels like months or years. I don't know if you relate to that. Okay, I said it correct the second time. Deanna. Okay. Awesome. So 1 month, we got New York. Okay, I'm from Jersey, so East Coast. So yeah, 1 p.m. on your side. Texas, what is it, noon? So yeah, just appreciate y'all joining. Hi, Angela from DC. So today we can do a couple things, and this live is going to go as long as it's helpful for y'all. And when the questions or conversation stop flowing, we'll probably just end it. This is our first one. We'll see how it goes. Okay, Chicago, more DC. Welcome. Welcome, Diana. Okay, so I was thinking I could talk about why I founded Mindright and just the importance of the work that all of you, all of us, all of our community is doing just by engaging on this path. Does that sound good? If you do have like specific questions you'd like me to answer about just like me or my why or mind right, you can also drop it in the chat and I'll try to keep up as best as possible because believe it or not, this is my first time ever going live. So we're gonna do the best with the technology. Okay, yes, Loveland. A lot of people, most of you might have heard about Mindright through Loveland. And so if you have, it makes sense because Mindright, like I said, we primarily exist and serve predominantly Black women who are helping again to become or who are striving to be the best version of themselves, do the self work and heal. And for me, I wanted to create something for us because if you're using Mindright, like chances are you may have had therapy in the past, you may still be speaking to a therapist or going to soon, or you just are looking for different types of support. And when I was looking for support myself, I just saw a lack of resources that one were led by people that look like us, and two were accessible, affordable. You didn't have to wait in line for months to access a service. And also something that didn't feel, to be honest, awkward or painful when you're disclosing like your life and talking about things you're going through and people just having to help people get it. And you are not late, you are here. So we appreciate it. So Mindright has actually existed for, oh my gosh, Mindright Health since 2019, but I was piloting earlier versions of Mindright since 2016. So there are some people, and for the people who have been with Mindright for a few weeks or a few months, there are some people who have been texting Mindright for almost 7 years. Like some of them 7 days a week. And that might be y'all one day. So, I mean, we're just grateful to be a part of the journey. And one thing that's really important for me to share is just the privilege, because again, when we're supporting our communities that are historically harmed, abused, neglected by systems, particularly healthcare systems, it is a privilege for y'all to trust us with what's going on in your life, for y'all to share with your coach, for y'all to use MindRight. There's so many, again, mental health companies, therapists, and so we don't take that lightly. And when you stick around for us, like, trust and believe we're sticking around for you. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And I just love doing this work so much because for me, when we talk about mental health or going to therapy, we say mental health, but for me, it's really about healing. And I feel like mental health is a very kind of like stuffy Western commercialized word, but what we're actually talking about is like how is our spirit feeling? Like how are we doing? And when we talk about healing, like all of you are amazing. And it's a privilege for me to like see the work y'all doing because healing is resistance. And that was kind of the topic that I was going to talk about today, just healing as a tool for liberation. Because when we heal, we're rejecting the status quo of our life because we know we deserve more. We're more worthy. We don't have to settle for what's been accepted in our friend group or our family for generations. Because you guys, maybe some people have heard this quote, when you heal yourself, you heal 7 generations before you. So like when I myself, whether I use a service like MindRight or I'm going to therapy, I'm doing that for my future kids. I'm doing that for my future family. And I will fight for that. And so this, like the work y'all are doing, not I wouldn't even say texting MindRight, but the work you are doing on yourselves to improve your mental health or to really soothe your spirits, like that is a freedom fight. That is a liberation fight. And if no one, said well done to you, I will say it to you today because it's not easy. And I think when we talk about healing, especially because there's a lot of talk about self-care this, self-care that, and I'm all about a good like bubble bath, some good wine, watch one of my favorite shows on Netflix. But I, with the media and just it seems like as is par for the course in society today, it's like healing and self-care has almost become commercialized. But the truth is that we do most healing in the dark, right? Where no one sees. When we're up all night, we may be like crying or working through some tough things or working through some tough thoughts, or maybe that's what you're texting MindRight about. So most people may never see the extent of the work that you're doing, but we know, MindRight knows you're doing the work. Your coach knows you're doing the work, and you know you're doing the work. And that is enough. So that's why I feel so just proud of this community to be associated with such a group of powerful Black and brown diverse women who are just committed to, again, just doing the self work. And let me just check out the comments. Thank you for you. I just read, thanks for MindRight. Thank you for you, because again, at the end of the day, MindRight is also a business. And so we don't exist if no one uses our services. So I just appreciate y'all. Let me get a chance to read. Yep. Yes. Literally, MindRight members are curse breakers. We are the generational curse breakers, and that role is so incredibly lonely. So you need community. So that's why I want to start doing more of this stuff so that we can be around like-minded people who are doing the work. Like not the pretty cool, I was gonna say like TLC, like pretty sexy, but anyway, we're doing the real work, the ugly work, okay? Okay, so we got someone who's been with MindRight for 2 years. See, that's what I'm talking about. That is incredible. And it's actually it really is for MindRight members, like y'all have never met the person you're speaking to in person. I might be the first face associated with MindRight that you've seen, yet you've stuck with us. And I think that's just the power, one, of human connection in a world of AI, because that's something that MindRight stands on we will forever be humans. Okay. It's because it's about trust, and that's just who we are. So always just know you're talking to a human on the other end. But you can feel people's energy whether you see them or not. And I hope my aspiration, my goal is that when you're interacting with anyone at MindRight, no matter what faceless person you're texting, like that energy interaction, it always leaves you feeling a little better. Um, Scrolling up, I think I missed a couple questions. Okay, Angela with us for 1 year. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Deanna, I think because you said the second one was correct with pronunciation. So Deanna asked, has any member met their coach in person? We did this 1 or 2 times a few years ago, and when I tell you, it was one of the most heartwarming experiences. This is gonna sound okay, just go with me with this analogy, but has anyone watched the show Catfish? I promise this is gonna have a positive ending. But if you haven't, Catfish is a show where people interact with people virtually but never meet them. Unfortunately, on that show, who you end up talking to is rarely the person you imagine them to be. But MindRight, I will say, is the heartwarming, authentic version of that. And so if you can imagine meeting your coach, and just the one thing you guys got to know, the coaches are as excited and eager to meet you as you might be to meet them. And when I tell you, when we've done those reunions, the tears, the joy, the laughter, it's like feels like reuniting with a long lost friend. And so we hope to do more, but let me know if that's something that y'all would be interested in, because that's something we can look at bringing back and maybe having as, different ways that we can honor coaches and members that have been with us for a long time. So a virtual face-to-face day. So Stacey's talking about how she loves the ability to text, and this is another reason why MindRight was founded in this way. When I founded MindRight, I can laugh about it now, but when I was like raising funding for MindRight or trying to pitch MindRight to different people, people would be like, no one will text you. Like, no one will text someone they've never met. Like, that just sounds ridiculous. And literally almost got laughed out of several rooms. But blood, sweat, and tears, God kept going, and y'all are here. Like, our community showed people, no, a service like this matters. Because for me, even thinking about my experience, what it takes to, let's say, a traditional therapy appointment, and MindRight isn't therapy, but there's nothing else like MindRight, so it's the closest analogy. But if you want to see a therapist, it's like, all right, I got to make sure either I take off from work or I leave work early. I got to drive, gas. I gotta wait in the waiting room. I gotta open the door and sit across from this person, and and there is absolutely space for that. And I've benefited deeply from my therapist over the years, but we also have to recognize everyone doesn't have access to that. And especially if you are like me, like a Black woman who is looking for a woman of color, not every zip code, not every neighborhood has accessibility to that. Because honestly, there's just such a, and I know we have a lot of therapists who are doing that hard work, who are also MindRight members, and everyone's looking for y'all. The waiting lists are long, and so we need something that is easy for people to do. You can text MindRight in a house full of people. You can text we had members who were texting MindRight in high school, and they shared bedrooms with like 3 other siblings and had no personal space, but they could text MindRight and no one's up in their business, because it looks like, y'all know, when you text MindRight, because there's no app, it looks like you're just texting a friend. No one knows what you're really doing, which I think is actually a kind of cool thing about MindRight. And I'm just checking the comments again. Okay, so someone said, it took me so much effort to find this service. Thank you. Yeah, believe it or not, well, y'all might know we have had like 0 marketing spend at MindRight. All of y'all have come basically through referrals, majority probably through the Loveland Foundation. And so we are really excited that I'll say in the next few months, likely sooner, we are going to be opening up to the world. So if you have friends, family members, random people you meet who you know need someone to talk to, we're going to be doing a referral program, incentive program, and we definitely would appreciate any referrals you have because, like I said, with MindRight, I haven't raised a ton of funding relative to other venture capital backed startups. So we've been scrappy, but we've been doing it. And so if you had a positive experience, we hope that you will share some referrals your way. And to use MindRight, someone asked about age, it's you have to be at least 13 years old, but older than 13, you can use the service. And I am catching up. Yeah, it is absolutely isolating to heal. But that is why we are here. And again, it let me know like what type of events, community events would y'all want? Would y'all want a big group chat? We totally respect there's some people when they get coaching, they only want to text and they're not here to like be chatting it up, with other people. They just want to get the support and that's totally fine. But then we have some members who are like, let's have events, let's have virtual meetups. So yeah, let me know what y'all want. And yes, LaVey, texting is my means of communication as well. Okay, we have people who want to meet their coaches. Okay, we are feedback driven, so I am noting this. We have some interest in the meet and greets. And Tony, how far your daughter got till 13? Because we will be around. We will wait for her, and the moment she's 13, we will be ready. Okay, and so we're getting some questions about how to sign up unaffiliated with Loveland. So by the end of this month, I'll say by the last week of April or first week of May, we're going to send you all information on how you can refer people outside of Loveland because we want to make sure everyone's getting as much support as possible. Okay, yeah, so we're here, girl. We've been here, like I said, since 2019, basically since 2016. So 2 years is nothing. We will be waiting to support your daughter. Ooh, virtual movies. That is interesting. My friend just told me there's a new movie with Michael B. Jordan and something about vampires, which I'm like, I just want to see that because of Michael B. Jordan. But anyway, movies we can look into. Yeah. Let me see if I missed anything else. I am curious. So it sounds like everyone here, it was mostly Loveland where y'all found out about MindRight. That's kind of the sense I'm getting because I've seen a lot of people mention Loveland. Okay, thank you, Shalana. Someone reciprocated my energy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Kiara's asking, how do we choose our coaches? So from the information you submit in your enrollment process, we match you to coaches attuned to your needs. But if for anyone, if you are ever matched to a coach and you are just not feeling it, you can always email MindRight and we will get you another coach because this is not a service where we're making you don't have to like fight if you're not getting the support that you need. Like you don't have to self-advocate to that extent that we as Black women and women of color have to do in so many other spaces. Send us one email, we will rematch you immediately. Okay. Someone's getting support in Spanish. That is awesome. Okay, yeah, so we do. In the past, we have had partnerships with a few insurance plans. I see Monique, that's what brought you there. Okay, and we got some more event ideas. Okay. A Parker, I would love an event to connect virtual group. Oh, yes. Yeah, okay, we're talking retreat. It's okay, I don't know, maybe I'm not supposed to tell y'all this, but whatever, I'm the founder, I can say it. So we're actually we're talking about in a meeting this week with our team about potential Mind Right retreats and just wondering if members would be interested in that. So you are onto something, and we will likely discuss this in our next team meeting. Um, you are actually okay. You actually hit on a lot of ideas we've talked about. We've talked about how can we order or organize not only retreats, like even though I just kind of talked about the commercialization of self-care, but we talked about self-care days, spa days, just again for us, like for our community that we see y'all are doing the work, and how typically again like no one is patting us on the back or like giving us a cookie after we just worked through our trauma or like improved ourselves. So we want to be the people again who recognize the work and the progress that y'all are making in your lives, because y'all just share with us so intimately what's going on, and again we deeply respect that, so we want to have fun together. Okay, because all of this is also just about reclaiming our joy. Like I don't want to have this first live and not mention this is all about joy. I was on a panel at a conference and they asked me, how do I define mental health? And I said something to the effect of, like, I view mental health or positive mental health as basically removing all the blockers to joy. So so we can experience the full spectrum of joy. Like, that's what I want for all of us, that's what I want for our community, and it's not to say that pain is if you are experiencing pain or struggling, that you are not doing well, because also, one of my favorite quotes is, "Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional." Pain pain comes with life, and there's lessons from pain. Pain can push us and take us to the next level. Suffering, however, we don't have to suffer. We were not put here to suffer. And suffering is a sign that there are some things that we can do so that our spirit can fully experience joy and the abundance of just the human experience. And actually, one of my favorite poems by Khalil Gibran, this is not word for word, but he said, if we could keep our hearts in wonder of the daily miracles of our lives, our pain would not be less wondrous than our joy. And we would, something like, we would watch in like respect or solitude over the seasons of our life, and respect the winters of our life as much as we expect this or respect the springs and summers. I butchered that last part, but y'all get what I'm saying. I hope so. Um, so, and I already forget which comment had me go on that tangent, but yes, okay. So y'all, some of y'all are into this retreat. Okay, now. So the thing is, we're all over the place, so we would have to think about what location, because even in this live, I think we have people from Georgia, New York, DC, Texas. So okay, for those who are into the retreat, would y'all travel for that? Like, let us know, because like I want to know how big can we go with this. So and Marshayla, totally natural to be skeptical of the text messaging service. That is that is par for the course. And I think that's something when people first start Mindbed, I'm like, one, it's absolutely okay if you don't trust us. It's absolutely okay if the whole texting thing is weird, because there's not other services that exist like MindRight. So we don't expect people to just trust us like upfront, like random, like we're willing to work for that. And that's why I think people have stayed for so long. And let me catch up now, because oh, no, wow, you have to meet your coach. Yes. Okay. we're gonna get organized on our side because it sounds like, again, meeting coaches and retreat, there is so much interest. Let's see. Um, and I'm just reading something from Shalonda. Yeah, Shalonda, and I'm gonna put my contact in here because I want to hear from y'all. Like, if you have any feedback that you'd like to share or any suggestions, you can let me know. Oh, someone said cookouts. I love a good cookout. Okay. Music playlist. There are so many good ideas. Because one thing we've also been thinking about is if we should have kind of like a community council or a group of Mind Right ambassadors or like Mind Right advocates, like people who want to help us plan these things for our community. Oh my gosh. Oh, Shalonda, yes. Okay. Shalonda, I'm reading your comment about how when you were going through something difficult, Mind Right actually called like emergency services for you. And I know that has put other people off, but I think just like you said, Shalonda, we truly care and we are humans on the other end. And above anything, your safety is important. And if no one else has told you, like we truly care and like want the best for you. And I'm so glad things worked out for you, Shalonda. Um, oh, Bambi said having access to this program has helped me live my life. Okay. I don't want y'all don't please don't make me get emotional on this call because these are really heartwarming. Okay, important question. LeVay asked, what is the difference between a coach and a therapist? This is one of the top questions that we get at Mind Right. So, number one, a therapist is a licensed clinical professional. A therapist can clinically diagnose. Other clinical professionals like psychiatrists, obviously, they can prescribe and they can give you a diagnosis. They dive deep into trauma histories and all of that. And with Mind Right, so we are coaches. So we are not clinically diagnosing, prescribing. We don't go in that direction. What you can think of for like, well, what a lot of people describe Mind Right is like a mentor, an older sibling, an advisor. We are people from the community who go through rigorous training to be able to support you and meet you who you are, but we are not providing clinical diagnosis support. I'm actually really curious how y'all would describe what Mind Right is to you. Like, what would you call Mind Right in your words? Wellness workshops. Okay, I retreat. Okay, Wisconsin. Um, sorry, I am catching up. I told you this is my first live, so please bear with me. I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay, Noelle, energy. We will fly, drive, walk, swim to the okay. I just want to thank y'all for this Sunday energy. I was working all weekend on stuff for the future of Mind Right, and I'm like, all these years I've been behind the scenes, and even this live, not seeing y'all, but just feeling the energy, I'm like, I'm so glad I'm moving to the front now so y'all can see me and I can just receive this and hear from y'all directly. Okay. Great suggestions. Some people wouldn't mind traveling. Ooh, someone said a retreat tour. Sapphire said a retreat tour. That is a great idea. Happy Sunday, Miss Missy. Advisory. Okay. Merch. Ooh, we're looking. I wish, Noelle, you must have been in the room. Were you in our meeting? Because we also talked about merch. Oh my gosh. Annual conference, I think because of this live, an annual retreat/conference is gonna happen because of y'all who came to this live. Oh, Miss Missy, you wanna be an ambassador? Okay. We are going to I'm like, "Should I be sharing this?" But I think I can just share. We're gonna be launching a brand ambassador program for MindRight. The secret's out. We're gonna announce it in a few weeks, but y'all got this out of me today. So, okay, Miss Missy, I got you. More details to come in the next few weeks, but that is something that is coming. Oh, I'm so glad MindRight has helped you. She's a beauty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think, yeah, regional tour. Because what I want to make sure, I'm also like, I want to make sure this is going to be equitable. So people, if we just do something in California or Atlanta or New York, then what about our members in Wisconsin? You know what I mean? Like, so maybe the retreat tour is the way. Oh, Miss Missy. See, I did my makeup for y'all, and I don't want to get emotional on this call, but Miss Missy said MindRight provided her a soft place to land. What a beautiful, poetic way to say that. Um, and I think especially women of color, I mean, I don't even need to speak to this group about our strength, our resilience, all the things, but we deserve softness. We deserve softness. We deserve to be understood and we deserve to be seen exactly as we are. And so I'm so glad MindRight was able to reflect that for you. Okay, and so people said MindRight as a mentor. Oh, Tony, graphic designer. What I would love to do as we're growing MindRight, I would love to like vendors that we use or services. I want to see how we can leverage our own community. And so, Tony, if you anyone who like graphic design, social media, we really need social media support. Feel always don't hesitate to shoot MindRight an email. Like go for it. Pitch yourself because we may end up needing you for your services. Okay, Crystal, also some interest in ambassador, as well as Shalonda. Okay, Angela, you described the difference between coach and therapist really well. And I'm sorry, I feel like I'm reading very slow. I apologize. Okay, Sapphire says, MindRight is like a friend or someone checking in on you daily. I mean, y'all wrote, do you want to, I mean, thank you for doing the marketing for this. So I think what we're landing on, yeah, Shalonda, a summit in different locations. Um, I am curious. Yes, Miss Missy, we deserve all the happiness. Um, oh wow. Shalonda, thank you for that offer. Okay. I need to be taking notes because y'all are coming through with the support and the energy. Um, you know what's so funny, Miss Missy? Miss Missy just mentioned Girl Trek. I was in the same fellowship program as the co-founders of Girl Trek. So MindRight, came up with them in a sense. And I've met and know both of those founders, and we deeply respect Girl Trek. So Miss Missy, I think you are definitely onto something because what I see this work as, again, we are building a community of primarily women of color who are doing the healing work. And to me, that just spells out movement. And I think Girl Trek is a really beautiful, wonderful movement. And what we are doing also is a movement. So thank y'all. Wow. Yeah. And I'm happy to answer any other questions that you all have. And how often do you think that we should do this live? Because what I'm conscious of is I don't want to blow up your phones. I don't want y'all to get tired. Oh, it's Ashley again. You know what I mean? So, would you like to do something like this monthly, weekly? Let me know what feels right because it seems like this space needs to happen or a retreat. But well, obviously we talked about the retreat. We're gonna make that happen. The energy is beautiful. Yep. Okay, monthly. Monthly could work. Monthly can work. I won't say could. Monthly is feasible because again, like y'all are busy. I don't even know what plans I interrupted today for y'all to join this call. All right. I think monthly it is based off of this. Okay. I truly appreciate this immediate feedback. Monthly. Crystal said for now. Okay. We can do a pulse check in another month if y'all want more or less. But I think it could be these virtual lives monthly. A Sunday meetup. That is interesting. You think a Sunday meetup, like a live like this, or like a Zoom where everyone can go on camera, or like, I'm just curious the thoughts. Miss Missy says every Sunday though. Okay. Well, Miss Lucy, I'm so glad you got the job offer. Congrats. Okay, Mindra out here helping people get those checks too. Okay, Miss Lucy, congratulations on all your hard work. And I hope that job treats you very, very well. Mimosas and madness. I'm not touching anything with the comments, but if you want to, I see this comment, Mimosas. So if you want to ask your question again, we see Sunday sessions. Yeah, okay. A live or Zoom. Okay. So we have Sunday meetups, but then some people said monthly. Again, I don't want to bother the people who said monthly if we're doing this every Sunday. Yeah. Tony said Zoom can get overstimulating. I agree, and that's why we're on here. So maybe it's still alive like this. Like I said, this is the first one I've had. I was like, should I do YouTube? Should I do TikTok? Part of my thing I need to work through is that I don't really post, but I'm going to do a better job because also part of healing is allowing yourself to be seen in your authenticity. So I need to hold myself to that. So I probably will activate my TikTok more. Y'all just I would love to connect with y'all. By the way, let me put in I'm about to add my my Instagram. That is one thing that I do have. And then Mimosa, you didn't hear my response earlier about the difference between a coach and a therapist? Okay. So what I was saying is that a therapist is a licensed clinical professional who do both for options. Thank you. A licensed clinical professional who can clinically diagnose what's going on with you. And at Mindright, we absolutely do not clinically diagnose. We're more similar to we are trained community members who are there to support you just through your daily personal experience. And we're most someone in the chat said it better. We're most similar to like a mentor, an advisor, or a life coach, but we absolutely do not clinically diagnose or prescribe. Okay. It is beautiful. This is truly beautiful. Okay, someone has an idea. Sapphire. Okay. Okay, I'm excited. Let me read what you said, Sapphire. So last day of the retreat tour in each city. Oh, bring a friend. See, y'all are. Thank you. Thank you. Be the MJ or Beyonce of retreat tours. You know what? I appreciate this energy. Not like the best of the best, MJ and Beyonce in a sentence associated with Mind Right. I received that. Um, um, yeah, so okay. Hunt says, is there a way for the people who use Mind Right to be in a collective space? Yes, and that talked about is whether y'all would want to be in a group chat. It wouldn't be mandatory, but would you like to have a virtual space where you can just talk to each other like this? Let us know, because if that there's interest there, then we could put that together for people who want it. Again, we don't want to blow up people's phone if they don't want it. Yeah. Yeah, Shalonda. And Shalonda, I'm actually launching a podcast in the next month or so. Shalonda, you can if yours is live, put the link to the podcast in the comments so we can support. I would love to watch your podcast. Um, and someone said talking about when you monetize on YouTube. Ooh, Miss Missy. Okay. One thing, and y'all don't know because we haven't had a member retreat, but when we've had team retreats at Mind Right, we do it up. Because again, we deserve. We we deserve. So trust and believe, if we do, not if. Whenever we do our retreat or summit, it's going to be nice. Y'all won't want to miss that. Believe me. Okay, Leve likes the live. I kind of like the live too. It feels vibrant. Like I feel like y'all are here, like actually physically here. Um, oh, private social media group. Well, what's what apps are y'all on? Like, what would you suggest there? Sunday meetups. So since I mean it's Sunday right now, is this time work? Is it convenient? I know there was someone who couldn't make it because of church, and I think there was someone who also had an event. Are y'all like in the house on Sundays? Which I'm usually in the house on Sundays, so no judgment when I ask that. Or is there a later time that works? Facebook or Instagram? Okay. Yep. I don't know how you would create a private group on Instagram. WhatsApp, yeah, that that might work. I think that there's limits though to the number of people who can be in a WhatsApp group. But until we hit it, that might be a good option. Yeah. I I like that. Okay, you like this time? I like this time too. I mean, I can be flexible depending on what's working for everybody else. Um, Mighty Network. Okay. I will thank y'all. It feels so good. I mean, clearly MindRight is a Black-owned company, and it feels really good to have support from women of color in the community. And just I want to see again, the reason MindRight exists is so that we all thrive. So I'm so grateful to see the support and energy. Yeah. Okay. Okay, moving stuff around for you know what? I thank you. Thank you, because all of your time is valuable. It is precious. So for you to move things around so that the community can get together, it means a lot, Shalonda. Oh, Miss Missy said, I love the energy of the picture behind you. It's giving. High high frequency. Wait, I've never seen someone write frequency. Okay, now. I might use that. So story about this is for my own just for my own frequency. I'll use that word, or for my own mental health and my own self-care. One thing I like to do is just have space to be creative because with Mind Right, I am on a computer 12 to 16 hours a day, usually just like trying to grow Mind Right. Like I talked about how we haven't raised a ton of funding relative to most venture capital backed startups. We have a very small team. And so I'm always on the computer. And so for me, what I'm working on is getting more movement into my day and also just having time to be artistic and creative, like shut down my computer and just be free. And so for Valentine's Day, me and my partner, instead of going out, spending a ton of money, we got a blank canvas and we just spent the night painting together. And that's what we created. And now it just hangs in our home. And I'm not an artist. He is not an artist, but just being like, like, F it, we're gonna paint and whatever we put down, we're gonna call it art because it is. And our creative energy is as valuable as any other artist. And now it hangs in our home. And so I appreciate that you caught out the energy there. Um, will this video still be up? I'm not sure. You mean, will this live be up after it's done? Like I said, this is my first time streaming. So after I end it, I have to check. It likely will still be up though. Because we might want to share this with other people who couldn't make it as well. Yeah. But yeah, y'all have stayed strong in this live though. And I think I'll probably be on here till the end of the hour. So what is it? Like 12 more minutes, I think. Because I don't want to take too much of yours time. Steve said, that painting looks rich. You know what? We did ask, do you think anyone would buy that? Like, does that look like something like you would buy? Because I'm like, maybe I should spend more time painting. I mean, I want it again, it's like artistic, like art therapeutic for me, but I'm like, I think we did a good job. Wow, Shalonda, you have artwork from your late husband. And you could see, and it's something that can last forever. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. And that's why I think we're gonna keep this forever as well. Healing through art. Yeah, that is a good idea, Miss Missy. So I think I have so many ideas now from what you have all shared from this retreat tour for Mind Right, and potentially having like a WhatsApp group or some type of virtual space where we can talk like this, but also Sunday meetups. And it sounds like this time works. So if you get a text from me inviting you to next Sunday or another Sunday, it's because of this. Ooh, paint and sip. That would you come? I don't even know how we would virtually organize that. Maybe everyone like BYO, like bring your own canvas and paint and come to the virtual meetup and we just do it together. That would be fun. Yep, virtual chat. Okay, Angela, that is awesome. Oh yes, good question. Let me put, you would use the email. I'm gonna write it in the chat right now. It's support@mindright.io. I don't even know if my comments are showing up in the chat, but for any schedule changes or like logistical stuff with Mind Right, or even just you want to change your coach or whatever, have questions about anything, it's support@mindright.io. Glow in the dark murals? How do you do that? How do you do that? Okay. I'm gonna Google that, Miss Missy. We are glad you're here, Linksy. No, it is all good because we already decided we're gonna do this like almost every Sunday or monthly or having in-person retreat tours. So you are not late. Yep, okay. So everyone bring your own materials. I think that would be good. Okay, question, because y'all are a very creative group. And again, some of y'all have been with Mindright. It sounds like people were here the shortest duration that you've been with Mindright is maybe a few weeks. And I think right now, the person who's been here the longest is someone who's been here for 2 years. So that's a lot of time. And again, I think, is there anyone who's been with Mindright for more than 2 years on the live right now? Because the question I have is what I feel like our community should have a name. Obviously, Mindright is Mindright, and instead of saying like just Mindright members or Mindright community, like what should we call ourselves? Or am I being is that too much? If it's too much, you can say it's too much. Oh, so it's as simple as buying glow in the dark paint. Okay, I can look that up. Hmm. But this has been really awesome. I am curious, did y'all know that Mindright was Black owned? Did that matter to you or no? Were you just looking for support? Ooh, the right community. Wow. I had not thought of that. Thank you, Miss Missy. Yes, Crystal, give us a name. We need a name, y'all. Okay. The right community. All right. What do y'all think about the right community or any other suggestions? I'm going to set my drink. We need a name so that we can become an impactful energy. I think the names have hold power, especially like the names that we choose to give ourselves. So, yeah, I really appreciate that first suggestion. And it mattered to you, Stace. Thank you. Okay, we can think on it. No pressure. The righties. I Jamila mattered to you. Yeah. Because it's I won't name names, but I will tell you guys that again, Mindright is a tech startup. It's been around for years. I've been on stages or in rooms or whatever with founders of some of the largest mental health companies. I won't use names, but y'all have heard of them. And the behind the scenes companies that have raised tens to hundreds of millions of dollars that you see commercials for how they provide therapy behind the scenes have been so disappointing in their disregard for communities of color. And obviously that's not something that the public sees, right? And I haven't met all of them, but some of the largest ones, the founders, or just so anyway, I am glad Mindright existed because even if Mindright did not exist, something else needed to exist for us. Because I can confirm some of those other groups, it was not created for us. Yeah. Mind Magic. Ooh, Mindright Mambas. Mindful Crew. I could see some good merch with Mindful Crew. Oh, you feel more empowered? That's what this is about. Yes, Black Mambas. And given the description, yeah, we are so grateful for Loveland for bringing y'all here because again, we don't have a marketing team at MindRight. Maybe I just we do not have a marketing team at MindRight. We don't run paid ads. So if you come to MindRight, like you found out through somebody else, through community, through word of mouth, but we are about to change that because y'all are gonna help us blow this up. And y'all are gonna spread this to your networks, and we're gonna get everyone with some good support that walks through life with them, that doesn't judge them, that makes everyone feel seen and heard and safe and have a soft landing. Because that's what this is about. Aw, love it. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree that everyone does not see us. Hmm. But we see each other. This community, we see each other. Hmm. Thank you, she's a beauty. Mind right mambas. Mind right circle. This is good stuff. Because we've thought about merch like get your mind right, get mine right. But we can definitely play around with some of these names you guys suggested to see what hits right. Oh, you like that? Yeah. Oh my God. We are gonna wrap up in a few minutes, and I just want to say thank you. Again, this is the first time, excuse me, first time I've ever gone live. And this is my first time really getting FaceTime with the community like this because I've been typically behind the scenes. Because for me, like I believe in servant leadership. This is about the work. Like we are here to serve our community. And so I've never just put myself in front of the camera too much like that. But I am loving getting to know y'all and I want to keep getting to know y'all and really build this community out more, and it sounds like y'all want this too. So be ready for optional Sunday meetups, possible future retreat, future brand ambassador opportunities, some merch. Okay, we are such a small team. My team's gonna be so excited and also like, okay, we're gonna make a plan and get this done. And on that, um, I would not feel complete if I didn't mention just like how amazing the Mind Right team is and how if you don't feel it, I want to validate that our coaches and our full-time team, which is like operations and people and talent, like people do this from their heart, from their soul. And I hope y'all feel that in the support that you're getting. And again, if we ever stray from that, like please let us know so that we can immediately correct that. Because we want to continue to be the soft landing for y'all. And I think on that, we're gonna close out on the hour. Um, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Stace, KP, Miss Macy, Shalonda, Noelle, um, Ileana. I can't. She's a beauty. I'm gonna miss some people, but thank you, and I will reach out more. But thank y'all so much. I hope you have a lovely Sunday. Keep this good energy going for yourself. Hold on to it, protect it. You deserve it, and we will have another one soon. Thank y'all so much. Bye.